One person was killed at a high school reunion in Oakland. Check it out.
High school reunion celebration in West Oakland turned deadly yesterday.
Gathering attracted hundreds of people at a park on Adeline Street. The mayor and police chief held a rare press conference on a Sunday to express their anger over the killings. Dial in, talk to witnesses, and learn new information about the victim.
Authorities say the man killed was a McClymonds High School alumnus. He was attending the alumni reunion party when someone shot him. I learned the victim's twin brother was also shot and killed in Oakland years ago. This is the aftermath of the high school reunion shooting. People left behind tents, chairs, a basketball, and other picnic items as they ran for safety.
And we just heard a pop, 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 pop. And we like, ah.
What the hell is going on in Oakland, bro? A pop top, dot. I wasn't expecting that one. And she was dressed like an Indian. Hold on one second. Let me just look at this a little closely. Not the pop top, dot.
For safety.
And we just heard a pop, 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 pop.
Why we always got to be Sideshow Bobs? Honest to God, I don't know if y'all know who Sideshow Bob is. Are y'all familiar with who shot Sideshow? I might be showing my age. Do y'all know who Sideshow Bob is? I'm not sure if y'all know who Sideshow Bob is, but every single thing that we do, no matter how serious the situation is, no matter who died, no matter who got robbed, even when it comes to this election, man, we are not serious. We are not serious about anything and anyone or anybody. We just show up. Look, if a white girl show up with braids, y'all gonna say she doing cultural appropriation. We could show up just doing any old thing. We show up with an Indian hat on, feathers, put it up, pop. Let's continue, man.
Pop. And we like, ah.
You could safety.
And we just heard a pop, 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 pop. And we like, ah.
You could just see the look on other people's faces and people were grabbing things.
I remember when, back in the day, we always used to say that they find the most ignorant black person to interview. It's almost like they look across the street and be like, that person looks weird. Let's go ahead and get them on there and let them tell us what it is that they know.
Grabbing their children and moving and running.
Must have been about 20 shots. And it was dark and people were running and screaming. And about the same time, the police showed up real fast.
Harvey Yarbrough lives across the street from Defirmary Park. He says it was chaotic. There were roughly 200 people at the park when the shooting broke out. It was around 7:30 Saturday night. The McClymonds alumni reunion picnic had already wrapped up, but some families were still hanging out.
We felt cheated in regards to this should not have happened here, especially.
Hey, big dog, time to wrap it up, bro. Time to wrap it up. I know that people be doing like senior reunions of like 40 and 50 years and stuff like that. I was done after 10 personally, and that has nothing to do with my class. I actually liked my class. I think that I was in the best graduating class of all time, but after 10, I was like, I'm straight. We got social media, everybody follow it. People following each other, they know who I am. They know where I live at. They know what my life is. There's no point in me going and revisiting, because after like 5-10 minutes, you'd be like, I'm not really sure if this makes sense anymore. It's classes that still be meeting. They be 50, 60 years in. It be 13 members. 13 people still alive from the high school reunion. It'd be like, oh, we still making it rain? Class of 57? No, fam. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up. It's too dangerous in Oakland. The current members are still getting killed. We can't deal with this.
We had a nice event that was taking place.
The police department and the mayor say they are outraged by the shooting. They're still working on a motive. The annual McClymonds High School reunion at the park attracts hundreds of people each year. They say the Saturday event was filled with current students, alumni, and many families from West.
There's a lot of sassiness at that reunion. What the hell is going on? I see sassiness in the audience, sassiness in the marchers.
Oakland.
We believe that there may have been more than one shooter, and we're thankful that no one else at this crowded, family-friendly event was harmed.
I am here to assure families that our school is safe. I have been on the phone all morning ensuring that we have additional adults on staff to support the mental health of our students and families, but also for the security of our campus.
Police sources tell me it was a targeted shooting. While the police have not released the victim's identity, the family says the shooting killed 38-year-old Tony Miller. Police say the McClymonds graduate was 2 days shy of his 39th birthday. Sources tell me the victim's twin brother, Tommy Miller, was shot and killed in a 2008 shootout in Oakland.
We have activated our ceasefire strategy so that we can actually intercept and interrupt any possible future violent crime that stems from this incident.
Neighbors and alumni say it was the first shooting in decades of this.
Nah, I'm a pass. I don't go anywhere where you can see people's pants still sagging. I'm straight. I don't want to do no more hustles. I know they coming out with new hustles. I seen Kamala Harris doing a hustle on a video the other day. Look, I'm me personally, I'm over it. Like, I'm over all of the cultural stuff and all of the stuff that we feel like we need to be a part of. Personally, for me, I'm over it. Anyways, moving on. Young man, 19-year-old, got killed in a road rage accident, or not road rage accident, alleged road rage incident while on his way to go pick up his girlfriend.
Right now at 10 o'clock, a family is begging for answers after a 19-year-old boy is shot and killed in an apparent road rage shooting. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Bill Spencer, and the shooter in this case is tonight, right now, on the run after killing young Cody Johnson. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says it all happened in Katy, on the Katy feeder road, that is, just west of 99 near Memorial Hermann Hospital. KPRC2's Corley Peel is talking with Johnson's family tonight about their desperate plea for justice.
Cody Johnson's parents have no idea how this could happen to their son. Right now, the shooter who killed Johnson here near the Katy Freeway is a mystery. No name or description.
I agree, Kai. That ain't no boy. That's a man. When you 19 and you busting it down you busting a chick down, and you can drive, and you doing grown man things, that ain't no boy no more. That's a man.
His family says they just want answers. What can you tell me about Cody?
Nice backyard.
Cody loved life. He was an athlete. He was a go-getter. He was always trying to make people laugh.
He would make you laugh till your sides hurt. He would challenge you in ways that you never thought you'd be challenged.
One of Cody Johnson's biggest passions, motorcycles and cars. Specifically, his 2011 black Camaro with gold rims.
That's an understatement. Yeah. Cody has been passionate about cars and vehicles since he was a toddler.
The recent Ridgepoint High graduate was excited about starting a brand new job this week. He talked to his parents about it on Friday.
In fact, he said it was one of his best days he's been having. He was so happy.
That same day, their entire world changed. Harris County Sheriff deputies say Johnson was killed in a possible road rage shooting.
He did not deserve this.
Johnson left his house in Missouri City around 7 p.m. and was on his way to pick up his girlfriend in Katy. It's unclear exactly how that shooting unfolded, but detectives say someone opened fire at Johnson here near the Katy Freeway Service Road, just west of 99. Deputies found Johnson's beloved Camaro in park. He was outside the car, unresponsive with multiple gunshot wounds. He died at the hospital. The shooter.
Let's stop that for a minute, all right? Let's stop for a minute. Now, let me preface this by saying that I don't believe that anybody should have their life taken away from them, especially for something that's so careless and so reckless and stupid, right? But the fact that they found him outside of his car and it wasn't an accident, meaning that they wasn't trying to exchange each other's insurance. And again, remember, I'm saying this under the guise that nobody needs to have their life taken away from them. The fact that he was outside of his car meant that it was a confrontation. Everybody tough But let me just tell you, ain't nobody scrapping no more. Ain't nobody arguing with you no more. People are quick to pull, and they quick to leave you standing there, and they don't care nothing about where you came from. They don't care about your upbringing. They don't care about none of that. Man, listen, ego has gotten so many people killed. Man, I don't care if you mad or, oh man, you got cut off and all of that stuff. Man, I'm out. I'm out. My number one goal every single day, every day, in addition to making sure I take care of business and stuff, my number one goal is to make sure that I get home at night. That's my number one goal. Anytime I run into a situation that seemed like it could go left, I go right. Anything that I run into that it seems like can go left, I go right. I am not about to sit here and argue with you. I'm worth more than this little stupid argument. You a crash dummy. You trying to figure out something. You probably already pissed off. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you. I'm going home, bro. You call me what you want. I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I don't want this to escalate. And let me just say this, fellas. It doesn't mean that you're scared because you avoid confrontation. It doesn't mean that you a lame because you avoid confrontation. It means that there's people that depend on you, and you got to make it home, because the person that you arguing with, you're not even going to see him tomorrow. You'll never ever run into this person ever again. I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't even know my name. Why do I care about proving something to you when I ain't never ever going to see you in life again? I'm out. I'm out, bro.
Responsive with multiple gunshot wounds. He died at the hospital. The shooter is nowhere to be found.
And we need answers. It was one of...
In the wind.
The lights of the world that you don't see often. And the world lost an incredible...
Dude's about to start a new job. So, be careful. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Newsome recently blocked a California AI safety bill that would add parameters and safeguards, and while at the same time holding major companies responsible for any AI feature that could potentially harm humans. All right, check it out.
This would have been a very comprehensive bill. Tell us a little bit about what was in there and why the governor vetoed it.
Right. So the bill would have placed requirements on AI companies to take certain security measures, such as having a kill switch to turn off their AI models, as well as to basically report that they are adhering to safety standards. And if they don't do that, then could be held liable if their AI products end up causing catastrophic harm. We're talking about mass casualties or property damage over 500 million. So it would hold companies on the line for that if they didn't follow requirements legally.
So what are the next steps in terms of, are we expected to see sort of pushback or any further developments here?
Yeah, so the governor has vetoed this bill, saying that he believes that it will stifle, critics have told him that it could stifle innovation, and they are celebrating this because the governor in this case has decided to actually veto the bill. However, he has said that there is the need for, overall for some kind of regulation potentially in the future in California. So he is working with some outside experts, he says, to draft potential new kind of guardrails around AI. And, I think we're going to continue to see conversation, discussion about this in the next legislative session, even if it's not this bill.
In the next few bills that we could expect, especially just more regulation around AI, which will be the most contentious issues?
I think a big one is, should companies be held responsible for if their tools are misused? Or should they only be held responsible for if we take specific misuses, such as, let's say, deepfakes, and then go ahead and penalize people who are, using those deepfakes in a negative way? Or should we actually take the developers of these technologies and tools and put regulations around them? So
I know a lot of people in the chat is saying that Gavin Newsome is a demon. All right. So let me give y'all a little bit of insight on this because I've been paying attention to this. Obviously, this is something that's meaningful that I think that we're going to discuss in Stock Club because, like I always say, as California goes, and New York to an extent, as California and New York goes, so goes the rest of the United States of America. And to that extent, sometimes even the world, right? So let me give y'all a little bit of insight. It doesn't mean that he's against safety measures for AI. What it means is that perhaps what they were legislating or what they were proposing in the legislation maybe would have been too broad or would have been left up to interpretation of a judge if something was to ever happen. So it doesn't mean that legislation won't eventually pass, but a more comprehensive bill possibly needs to be discussed before they just hurry up and push something through and hurry up and pass. So I'm not necessarily against what he's doing, right? I'm digging into it, and so before I do a whole segment on it, I'm gonna figure it out. But they're trying to figure out if, for example, I'll give you an example. If somebody misuses AI, so let's just say, for example, for whatever reason in the future, AI is so developed to where you can then leverage it for something similar to what happens in social media today. If you go on social media and you threaten somebody on social media, and then you go out and you execute, and you do that on, do whatever it is that you propose that you was going to do to a person on social media, does the social media platform bear responsibility for your decisions? You see what I'm saying? It's too broad. Is it the responsibility of the person that should be held accountable? If I threaten you on social media and then I go and take you out, is it YouTube's fault? Is it Facebook's fault? Is it Meta's fault? Is it Instagram's fault? Is it TikTok's fault for not catching you? You see what I'm saying? And then you start to extend that over into AI and other things. Should the people be held responsible, or should only the platform be held responsible? And so when it says it stifles innovation, it could prevent us from using our development tools to do things that may be innovative out of fear or overregulation or restriction. And I'm not saying that it should or it shouldn't be, but what I'm saying is they need more concise language inside of this legislative branch or inside of this policy that they're trying to push through before they just hurry up and push it through. So there's more nuance, and there's more that goes to it. I think that it's so easy to just hurry up and sue somebody and remove responsibility from the individuals, or remove it from the developers, or remove it from people that are using purported tools. And of course, I believe that there should be AI safety tools out, but I think that there needs to be more discussion in it before you just hurry up and pass it. And so I'm not saying that Gavin Newsom is the best governor in the United States of America. I think he's the worst. But I do agree with the fact that you just don't hurry up and push stuff through. And we need to look at the context instead of just looking at what the news tells y'all. All right.